Welcome from the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Russell, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Gasly, Perez, Sainz, Jet, Ocon, Tsunoda, Vesti, Joe, Fittipaldi, Leclerc, Sargent, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Théo Pourchaire, Hauger, Albon, and Lance Stroll brings the grid to a close. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'll give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Scott. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
My mic was off the whole time, whoops. Right, so my strat is hards to mediums, but we might extend and go softs. That's a strat. Right, so my strat is hards to mediums. Let's go in for the formation now. Okay, let's go. Norris on pole. We got robbed of pole essentially. We're getting to turn on the ERS. My controller is low battery, I'll charge it now.
Launch map is good, but we need to learn the gears, so go into each one when you can. We're going to need some work on the brakes, so put some energy into them and warm the tyres as well, please.
Copy that. Carlos. I can't lie, I feel like getting by Carlos at turn number 1 would be easy in total 1. Number 1. Perez is going to be an issue because that RB has been quick. Apart from no, I think Verstappen's Red Bull has a big quick. Even in the formation lap, he's not pulling away. So that's a question. So we shall see. Maybe a Red Bull might have a DNF today. I don't know. Okay, tyres are warm. We're the only man on hard. My plan is to extend to maybe lap, I don't know, it sounds stupid, but maybe lap 18 and then box the softs. I believe that's a good strap mode. Unless we go to lap 12 and then be fast on the mediums compared to the hards. But I hope Mustafa joins. I'm gonna just charge my controller, guys, so just 1 second. Those of you, by the way, who do celebrate Eid Mubarak to you all. Someone's messaging the chat. Let me just check in a minute. Charging the controller now. When hopefully Mustafa joins, I did send him the link, so yeah. Blows off dust which was on the desk. Clears throat. Radio check. Radio check. I think the radio is working. Can you hear me? Hello. Radio check. Radio's loud and clear. Right, controller charger has been set. Let me just double check it's actually working. Yeah, it's working. Alright. If it does disconnect, apologies. But yeah. P9 after a poor qualifying forgot to recharge ERS, or the ERS bug happened where ERS does not charge itself. That's all.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make
Yes,
sure we
Felipe.
get the edge
Hello.
on the surrounding drivers as the
Right, here
lights
we
go
go.
out.
Our strategy can
Okay,
go
so that's the
bad
rest of
or
the grid
worse.
forming up now. Be patient
Hards
and
to
watch for those
mediums or
lights.
hards to softs at the end of the race. Let's see what's going to happen across the 25 laps. Rev up the engine. Norris is on pole. Is he going to bottle? We shall find out. Lights out and away we go. The Alpine gets a bit of a better launch, cover off the inside of Yuki Tsunoda into turn number 1. Very aggressive there. Gonna have to take off to the escape route. Gonna give back the position to Carlos Sainz then. We're on the hard tyre, remember. These tyres are not warm yet. Very cold at the front. But yeah, past Sainz. Gonna try Perez, but not gonna risk it. Collision at the back, I think. Yellow flags. I think Leclerc's made up a position. Chat, he's gone from P15 to P14, I believe. I did see a glimpse of his car, because we're the only car on the grid with purple. Perez so far keeping in bay with 7.
That start was okay. Now stay alert for threats around you.
Verstappen and Gasly battling along. I can't lie, I want to see Verstappen and Gasly battle in real life. It'll be nice to see. Gasly once had a Red Bull seat, didn't he? I believe. No, Gasly never had a Red Bull seat. Never mind. Carlos Sainz is just ramming the back of me. He's lost a bit of his end plate. That's a you fault. We did a Max Verstappen at Spain there.
DRS is being
Norris bottled it. Let me check. Oh, Norris bottled it big time. He's P3. Russell's gone from what? P3 to P1.
We can use DRS.
Ooh, this could be tasty. Merc battle, 1-2, Silver War. Mercedes, if they get both cars in the top 5 today, it will be a W result for them. But here we are, we're gaining on Sergio Perez. Engineers told me to go to Charlie 81, and we're going to get past both Red Bulls here, as Verstappen struggling in that Red Bull. I've said it this weekend, the Red Bull is not fast, and we do get by. Max Verstappen, P6 at the moment for us here in this Austrian Red Bull ring. Austrian Grand Prix. Gasly is the next man ahead, and we're not going to waste our ERS like we did in qualifying. We're going to save up the ERS, save up the battery power, and then charge hard down the main straight. I'm sure my engineer is having a big smile on his face right now. Clap, clap. Yep, thank you indeed. As Verstappen is going to try around the outside of us. not giving us room whatsoever, but Verstappen has to yield because he knows that Red Bull is not fast today. As we're gaining on Pierre Gasly at 1:05.894 for us. Into turn number 1, get past Gasly, and we're up to P5 in this Austrian Grand Prix. It's only lap 3, and now we can try and chance our way towards the McLarens as wheel to wheel, Hamilton and Russell. As we look there, Merckx battling. Could this see a sign that Mercedes have no team orders? You know, like Hamilton needs to let Russell through, Russell needs to let Hamilton through, because these two are battling like crazy. They're still wheel to wheel. Radio, what's the tire status? My reading is showing 6% for all. Is that correct? Let me know in radio. I'll check on the straight, by the way, as we go flat round here. Verstappen will put up a 0.5 second gap. We're not gaining on Piastri yet because we're not using the ERS. We're saving them up because, yeah, around lap 5 we're going to chance to move, because we're just going to, at the moment, stick behind Verstappen, stick in front of Verstappen. Radio tires are all good enough. Yeah, 6%. We are flying. You know what else is flying? The Latin machines and the hospitality. We have no DRS, so we're going to have to live off the ERS for a bit here. Oh, Verstappen. Oh, big lockup for somebody. I think it was Piastri. Yeah, Piastri. No, it's Norris. Norris had a lockup because Piastri tried to get past him and then obviously kept ahead of him. Norris had a major lockup there. How how much realistic is this game? The realism. Norris locking up in Austria in 2024 season 4.
Okay, gap to the car
and then
ahead.
right now, let's concentrate. This is the fourth season. I keep thinking because my league race is the 3rd season. This is the 4th season. Okay, purple sector 2. This could show some W signs. Coming around the final bend, then absolutely nailed the apex. Come to the line. It was a 106.6. We did mess up the first sector. Pit window at lap 9. So basically, Mustafa, radio. So initial strategy was medium, 12 laps, then box for hards, end of the race. My strategy is, because we're pacey on these hards, we start with the hards, finish the race either on mediums or extend to like lap 20, lap 18, and then box the softs. Because I purposefully left an extra... What? Okay, it says use set of softs, so that's fine. Even if it's used, it's fine. We've only used it for 5% or something. Not much. The soft tire will be much faster than the hards, because everybody at the moment on the grid will have to box for hards. If they go softs, they're going to cook. The strategy is going to be messed up big time. The only reason why we're not catching Piastri, these hards are still cold a bit. And also I've not got any battery power, ERS, and them lot have got DRS. All 3 of them have got DRS. The only man who doesn't have DRS is the man leading, which is George Russell at the moment. So I'm going to let Verstappen by, radio, I'm going to let Verstappen by for DRS across this lap. That's the best strategy we're going to use. So yeah, Verstappen's very aggressive there, whoa. Yeah, as you can see, look, with the DRS, we're already catched up as Piastri. Hang on a minute, Norris is P3. No, Norris is P3. I mean, he went to P2.